my God. They're hiding under the truck. Morning, everybody. My name is Tina. Thank you for joining me on the Daily Sprout. I'm just making myself some coffee before I go out and do some gardening. Well, while we wait for my hot water to boil, I guess I could chat about what we've been doing the last week. We moved the cat fence. Ooh, my hair. We moved our cat fence over. If you remember, it was just basically splitting our backyard clean in half. So now the cats have free range of the whole backyard, and I can water the gardens much easier. And it just really opened up the whole space. I'm really happy that we did that. We would have done it originally. We just didn't have enough of that fencing. We needed to buy another roll of it. A few things that I've learned already. Well, we didn't really know exactly where the sun was going to be hitting all of the garden beds. We've got so many trees around us that it's really difficult to predict, especially when the sun's so low in the winter. We just knew it wasn't going to be the same in the summer. So we just kind of guessed where things would be best suited based on their sunlight needs. And it seems like our strawberries might need a bit more sunlight. So I think in the fall, I'll move the strawberry patch over to a sunnier spot in the garden. And I definitely planted the mustard and some of my peppers in a spot that's, I think, way too hot. So they are drooping every single day, no matter how much I water them. So I may move those over like sooner than later. I don't know. I want to wait for the strawberries to finish with the berries. Oh yeah, and I'll show you what I've done to protect the berries from the birds. I think it's the quails that have been eating. There's so many quails, and they're all the babies are everywhere now. Still having trouble getting good footage of them, though. They're really fast. But oh, water's boiled. But yeah, so I did some research on how to protect berries from the birds, and originally I was going to buy some of those. They're like mesh little like tents that you just put over the whole plant, and then nothing can get at the berries. But they're kind of expensive. They want like $25 per little tent, and I mean it's just like some wire and some cheap fabric. So either I might make those on my own later, but I also found online people were putting just like little mesh bags around each individual berry or each branch of berries. So I happen to have a bunch of extra little mesh gift bags left over from who knows what, and so I put those on all my berries. And actually I was afraid they wouldn't ripen. Like I was afraid that maybe the sun wouldn't get to them enough, but they seem to be doing okay. So I'll take you through and give you a look at that. They look hilarious in my opinion. Yeah, other than that, the garden is looking really, really good. It's really filling in. Feels like it takes forever, and then all of a sudden you blink your eyes and everything's green and flowering. So I'm excited to give you guys a garden update today. All right, got my coffee, ready to go outside. I know you guys are just waiting on the edges of your seats for these. So far, herb garden. Ooh. Hot coffee. Okay, so my basil in the garden is not super happy. I'm not sure why, but it's not. I might just move it. But anyway, so I ended up going to Home Depot, and they had these basils on sale. They're pretty big. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to buy it because I need to use, and I need to start using it, right? So anyway, I just wanted to kind of give you guys, if you didn't know this already, when you buy basil from the store like this, it's not just one plant. It's like quite a few different plants. See each individual stem that's going down into the dirt here? Those are individual plants. So I'm going to, instead of just leaving this in the pot, which I totally could do and then just harvest it that way, instead I'm going to separate all these plants out of this pot, and I'm going to plant them along the tomato row along the fence. As you can see, the mint is taking over this garden bed as expected. I have a sad aloe vera plant over there. I think I'm going to bring him inside. I don't think he's happy out here. And the potato's doing well. This is my lime. I might have overwatered it. I don't know. I can't figure out citrus, guys. If anyone has any tips they can give me, I would really appreciate it. All right, as you can see, this was where the fence was. We had it connecting to the post by the front door there. You can see it, yeah. All the way from there and straight over along this side of the garden bed to this fence. And we've moved it. I can come at it from this angle now. This burdock root doesn't seem to be growing at all. It's greener than it was. It was a little yellow before, so maybe it'll start taking off here, but I don't know if it's happy where it is. These marigolds are finally starting to look happy. And this is the garlic that I've been harvesting the gardenscapes off of. You see these? The flower of the garlic. You just chop it off and then eat it. it's like kind of like a juicier, mild, garlicky flavor. We just actually cooked some up on the barbecue with some baked potatoes the other night, and it turned out delicious. Bobby, here to help with the video. These peas are looking pretty good, and they were planted a bit late. Oh my god, look, a pea, nice. Doesn't look like there's any peas in it yet. They're still developing. This is looking good. This is chickpea. I always thought chickpeas were so pretty, the plants, because fern kind of leaves. I have grown those in pots before on the balcony, and I got like 1 or 2 chickpeas. And so this row here along the fence, all tomatoes, and I am going to interplant those basil sprouts over here. Look, we got our first ripe tomatoes. This plant, this is the biggest, oldest tomato plant that I have. It volunteered itself. It started to grow in one of my pots over the winter, and I just kept it alive. And I planted it out here, and if you look at some of my previous videos, it looks really sad. It had no leaves, and it was not doing well. It got some frost damage, but now all of this is all new growth. And I planted a bunch of flower seeds, sprinkled them all around, so those look like they're starting to sprout. I won't know what is what until a bit later. But this is milk thistle. I use this medicinally as well. None of the zucchini has come up. I don't think it's going to. They're old seeds. These peas are doing really good. I think they've stopped growing up because they've started producing peas. Look at that. Look at all these pods. This is so exciting. Peas are one thing that I could not figure out in containers. I could get them to grow to be like that tall, maybe like 3-4 inches max. And then I'd stick them out on the patio and they would just never grow any bigger. Maybe produce 1 plant or 1 flower, I should say, and maybe 1 pod, 1 pea pod. So it's not exactly a meal, but this is going to be definitely maybe a meal or 2. Yeah. So happy. These flowers are looking good, looking pretty. Needs some weeding, but the onions are starting to thicken up Soon I hope to see some bulbs there at the base. Well, this is a lot of chickweed, and I know it's a weed, but I use it medicinally. It's really good for your face. It's really good for your skin, and it's actually good for like bug bites and stuff. So I'm probably gonna harvest all of that instead of, you know, throwing it in the compost. Got cauliflower. Look at that. So exciting. It's getting bigger. More peas. That's a sunflower getting bigger. Over here. Okay, these have got to be taller than me by now. I gotta put my coffee down. Yeah, I think it's either taller than me or just as tall as me by now. That's awesome. They're supposed to get to like 6 or 7 feet tall, I hear. That's the rumor. This guy, also huge. It looks like it's gonna flower soon. Pumpkin. And then we got flowers. We got nasturtium. This is a zinnia. Snapdragon. There's a pepper there. Marshmallow. A bunch of weeds. This thing. Over here, these onions are doing good too. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of research because I got a lot of space in between these guys. I think I'm going to see what I can plant in here in between them. That'll possibly do well. Carrots are starting to look pretty good. Over it's looking really bushy. The marigolds are blooming like crazy. The quails don't seem to be eating anything near the marigolds, so I think they're working as a diversion. I might plant more over here because the quails like to dig in the dirt there, and they're starting to get at the roots of some of my stuff. These peppers, these are the ones I was talking about. They're not growing very fast, and I don't know that they're really fast growers, but I think they're just getting too blasted by the sun, the hottest part of the day, and it's hindering them a bit. They're still pretty small, so I still might move them. I might have to build another lasagna bed. All these tomatoes are looking good. They've all survived, which is amazing to me. These bush beans are getting pretty tall. I planted a bunch of beets in here. Maybe that's them there. Are you a beet? Mustard has bolted, which is good. I'm gonna make some mustard, hopefully this year, if I can, with mustard seed. Oh yeah, the strawberries. Let's see. All right, so the strawberries, as I told you before, look at that, hilarious. Each little stem of strawberries. These are gift wrapped, but they look like they're ripening. Here's the new fence. We're just using this metal fencing stuff. You can buy it in rolls. Anyway, the garden is looking good. It's really filling in. I feel like just a week ago, it was just mostly blank dirt. Now look at it. It's looking pretty lush. Weedy. I'm gonna weed it today, but I'm happy. I'm happy with how things are going. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you were able to hear me better. I actually remembered to put my microphone on me today. So I'm still working on my editing skills, so please bear with me. I'm totally open to suggestions. Yeah, so anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys joining me. I'll see you next time.